All right, in this recording, I'm going to try to show you how to do the UserBob Training HIT. The UserBob hits are here to help designers and developers get a better understanding of how real people, like you and I, what they think of their website. Designers and developers, they work on their website so much, they get so used to knowing exactly how it works. Whenever they try to use it, it works perfectly for them because they know exactly how it works. But for you and I, we might not do things the way they expect us to. And so these hits have you record your interaction with some website while you're talking about what you're thinking so that they get a better understanding of what changes they might want to make to their website to make it easier to use. So for these hits, you need a program that can record your screen. If you don't have one, there's a free one from the Chrome Web Store called Screencastify. And we're going to go ahead and click on the blue Add to Chrome button. It tells us about what permissions, and we click on Add Extension. And now it should be downloading. It's been added. It usually takes a little longer. I think maybe it was already cached here or something. But once it's installed, you'll have this icon. Looks like a little black film strip up in the top of your Chrome browser. And that's what you'll click on to start recording. So we can close this window. Going back to the hit, the first thing that you'll do is click on this link for entering your demographic information. It's a little short survey, tells us a little bit about who you are. Some hits will only want maybe people of a certain age or gender. Maybe it's a site that sells perfume and they only want females to talk about the site. So that's what all this information is used for. You only have to enter it on this first hit. From then on, we'll know and we'll dynamically assign qualifications to you so that only the right people can do the hit. So you fill that out. There's boxes down at the bottom to check and click save. And you'll be back at the hit. I don't know if I said it, but you'll get a 5-cent bonus every time you do a hit if you enter your demographic information first. But you only have to enter that once. So to get started with the hit, you'll click on this link, click here to get started, follow the instructions carefully. It loads. It asks you to start recording this tab. So to start recording, we're clicking on the little film strip Screencastify icon in the top right. The first time it loads, it'll ask you some questions. We want our recordings to get saved locally. So I'm clicking there. And then I think when I click this get started, it's going to show a little video on how to use it. We can just close that. And at this point, this first time, we're going to have to click on that icon again because it was just trying to get set up. But whenever it's recording, you'll see a little red dot on that icon. So we're going to click again. Okay, so this is the mic meter. You can click on that. If you are seeing much red, you might need to bring it down a little bit. You should just be seeing green when you're doing your recording. So that looks good. Click off of there. Everything else, we don't want to embed the webcam, so leave that unchecked. The video, you can click the advanced options and click on frames per second and change that to 10. Then your video files that you have to upload will be smaller, therefore they'll upload faster. So we are all ready. We will click on start recording. And so now we get the little red dot up there, so we know that we are recording. This little tool we can close. We don't need to see that at all. So we're recording. Click on OK, I'm recording this tab. This is the first real page, and it tells you to read out loud. So we actually read this box out loud. Pretend you are a high school student and you're trying to improve your grades. The second box we can just kind of scan over ourselves. It'll show up in another window here in a second. So now we click the button that says I read that out loud. Let's check out studystack.com. And so in this case, we're reviewing a site called StudyStack. This other window that opens up has a timer to let us know how much we've recorded. And here in yellow, again, are the instructions of what we're supposed to be doing in this HIT for this particular site. Each site will be, slightly different. And so this one says, first say what your favorite subject is, then explore the site, discuss if you think you can get better grades. So we would say, my favorite subject is chemistry. The site, I think it looks a little confusing. I don't get what I'm supposed to do. You just talk about whatever you're thinking. Use it like you normally would, but also try to keep in mind what they're asking for. So this one, they want to know if I think this site can help me get better grades. I don't know. Looks confusing. What am I supposed to do? When you'll hear a ding. I think my computer was muted, but when it gets to the time that you're supposed to record to, this timer will actually play a little ding sound, letting you know that you've recorded enough. At that point, you can say, "Oh, that's all the time I have," and you can stop recording by clicking on the Screencastify icon, and it'll give you a page that has a big stop button. So we've stopped recording. It actually shows a little preview of what you did. You make sure that you can hear yourself as you talk in there. Let's see. So
Click on
that actually did work. This is the point that people get a little confused as to what they're supposed to do, because the video is sitting here, it's playing, and you know that you need a video file. How do I get that file? The big hint is this button up here with the down arrow, and if you hover over it, it actually says save to disk. That's what you have to click here to be able to get to that file. So you click that button and click save video to disk, and it will download the file into your downloads folder. And so that's the file that we need to upload. On Windows, I know I can always just click on that and drag it over to the area. Okay, it's working this time on the Mac. It seems like half the time that doesn't work for me on the Mac. In this case it did, so I could just drag and drop. If that didn't work, I could click on this choose file button. I know that the download is in my downloads folder. It's actually called Untitled Screencast. I take a glance at the time. This is the right time, so I know that's the right file. And I can select that. It's displayed here. It's ready for me to upload. I just click on the upload review button. It is sending it to the UserBob server. When it gets done, hopefully it will display a completion code, and that's the code that I just want to copy. I'm pressing Control-C to copy, and then I'm going back to the HIT, and I will paste that here. Below that is a box if you had any comments that you want to send to me, the requester, that tells me, I had a problem, whatever. You just want to say hi. If you leave me a comment, I'll send you a response back. When you're done and you're ready, you just click Submit HIT, and that's all there is to it.